So we bought this 2015 M4 convertible from an auction. When unloading, the transport driver actually rammed the front bumper into the ground twice after we asked him not to do it again after the first time. The vehicle actually ran out of gas when it was on the ramp too, when the front bumper was on the ground. It did damage the oil cooler. We got some partial compensation for it, but not all of it. He then proceeded to drop it off the ramp when he tried to take it off a different way. So that's what damaged that rear diffuser. As you can see, the car has been plastied up terribly. It's been gone over 3 separate times. When we were peeling it, we saw 3 different colors in there. No masking for any of them. Here you can see I just started to peel off a little bit, just scratching the surface, seeing what we're dealing with. Interior is in decent shape. There's some pretty goofy modifications to it. Some little stick-on pieces like on the steering wheel there. So we just started off by peeling off the headlights and all the lenses, as they were the easiest to peel off. These came off without much of a hitch, but I was still wondering how the paint was underneath all of this. Like, what are they trying to hide here was my biggest question. Though when I started to peel the bumper, I did notice a little bit of paint came off with that. Thankfully, when I moved over to the doors and the sides of the car, as I started to peel it, I saw that the paint underneath was actually in really good shape. What we ended up doing was using a plastic razor to cut the edges since none of them were masked, and just started peeling from that spot. As you can see at the top of the car, it didn't really want to come off. The sun had kind of baked on all of that dip. And before you ask, yes, we did use multiple chemicals and try to see if they would dissolve it. I know I've heard of dip dissolver and stuff like that and similar chemicals. None of it worked. It would get through the first or second layer, but it would never get to the actual paint. Thankfully, the doors were pretty easy, as you can see from this clip, but this is sped up about 5 times. It was definitely still not by any means a fast process. Side note, after this, I am just not a very big fan of plastic dipping an entire vehicle. Here we actually brought the car inside, made some progress on it, got pretty much most of the sides off. There were still definitely some places, a lot of gaps, a lot of light spots, things that just would not peel at all. But we were definitely starting to make progress on it and seeing that the paint underneath is in decent shape. In the end, we did have to repaint the front and rear bumpers. This particular section is pretty satisfying as it actually came off pretty easy. It's kind of fun to peel this part, but it gets a lot less fun later once I get to the pieces that are really baked on there. I want to say we paid around $21,000 for this car shipped, so it was a big risk to say the least. So this is the result of what we could get off in big pieces. Everything you see on there was just coming off just piece by piece. So I decided to actually take it over to the car wash after this, try to spray the edges, just get up a little bit, and see if I just couldn't peel up bigger pieces like I was on the doors. Thankfully, right here, I was starting to finally build some hope that this paint would be salvageable. So I wish I'd taken more progress videos, but I was just busy going at it with this thing. Spent probably 4 hours here at the car wash, just spraying up a little edge, using a plastic razor to get up a bigger edge, and then peeling what I could. At first, it was inch by inch, then it got down to literally millimeter by millimeter. As you can see, that stuff on the hood just would not come off. Luckily, the buffer and some chemicals, we were able to get what was left on the hood. And the panel gaps, like around the hood and in between the convertible top joints. All of those places still had dip in them. It was incredibly hard to get out, not to mention all the overspray in the door jambs and the hood gaps and whatnot. Overall, I'd say this car was a bit of a gamble. I'll put some of the ad pictures there at the end of the video. So just for some context, these are the photos we actually saw in the ad when we bought this car. At the time, I think it was the cheapest one in the country, especially with right at 100,000 miles. Overall, I'd say it was not the best purchase. We ended up pretty much breaking even on the car. We did look out, mechanically speaking, it was in solid shape. It was just the cosmetic stuff, which is kind of what we were hoping for. it just ended up being a little bit worse than what we originally thought. I think in total, this project took something like 35 hours. So let me know what you guys think. Would you have taken a chance on this one? And would you plasti dip your own car after watching this?